For so long you have been taught to chase. You have been told to work harder, to visualize with more effort, to affirm with more force. You treat the acquisition of wealth like a great hunt, a relentless pursuit of something that seems to always be just beyond your grasp. And you are tired. You are tired of the strain, tired of the fleeting moments of hope, followed by the familiar feeling of lack. You perform the techniques. You follow the rules. Yet you remain a servant to bills, a slave to the numbers in your bank account. You ask yourself, why is this so hard? Why does it feel like I am fighting reality itself? I am here tonight to tell you, it is hard because your premise is wrong. You are trying to fill a cup that is already full of holes. So for a moment, I ask you to stop. Stop chasing. Stop forcing. Stop struggling. Instead, I invite you to join me in a simple yet profound 7-day mental experiment. An experiment designed not to help you get something, but to help you become someone new. Someone for whom wealth is not an acquisition, but a natural state of being. For these next 7 days, we will not be hunters of fortune. We will be scientists of the mind. And the subject of our experiment is you. Before we embark on this 7-day mental experiment, it is vital that we understand our target. What exactly is the state of wealth? The world conditions you to believe that wealth is solely measured by the numbers in your bank account, the possessions you accumulate, the car you drive. And while these can be expressions of wealth, they are not wealth itself. They are the effects, not the cause. The true state of wealth is an inner condition. It is a deeply ingrained feeling of abundance, security, and ease. It is the quiet knowing that your needs are always met and that there is always more than enough. Think for a moment about someone you know who seems to effortlessly attract prosperity. Do they constantly worry about money? Are they driven by fear and scarcity? Most likely not. They carry an air of confidence, a quiet assurance. This isn't arrogance. It's an internal resonance with abundance. They inhabit the state of wealth, and therefore wealth naturally gravitates towards them. Conversely, you may know someone who constantly chases after money, works tirelessly, yet always seems to struggle. They are trapped in what we call the state of lack. This state is characterized by anxiety, fear of the future, and a deep-seated belief in scarcity. No matter how hard they try to get wealth, their underlying feeling of lack sabotages their efforts. They are vibrating on a frequency that repels the very thing they desire. Our 7-day experiment is designed to help you consciously shift your primary residence from the state of lack to the state of wealth. It's not about pretending to be rich or engaging in superficial affirmations. It's about cultivating a genuine feeling, reality of abundance within you. For when you truly embody the state of wealth, the outer expressions of wealth cannot fail to manifest in your life. The key, my friends, is not to change your circumstances first. The key is to become the person for whom wealth is natural and inevitable. The protocol for this experiment is simple, but it requires your discipline and your commitment for 7 full days. It is a mental diet. Just as you would abstain from certain foods to cleanse your body, you will now abstain from certain thoughts to cleanse your consciousness. Here are the rules of your experiment. First, the commitment. For the next 7 days, you will make a pact with your own consciousness. You will commit to faithfully embodying the feeling of your wish fulfilled, the feeling of the state of wealth. You will live from this state internally, regardless of what your outer world shows you. It is only 7 days. Give this gift of focused attention to yourself. Second, the mental diet itself. This is the most crucial rule. Throughout your day, you must starve all thoughts and feelings that contradict your assumption of wealth. When a thought of lack, worry, or fear arises, and it will, you are not to fight it. Do not argue with it. Do not give it your energy. Simply let it go. Acknowledge it without emotion, and then gently bring your attention back to your assumption. You can have a simple silent phrase you return to, such as, "That was the old story. In my reality, all my needs are always met." Your job is not to battle negativity, but to simply withdraw your attention from it. Attention is the currency of creation. Do not spend it on thoughts of poverty. Third, the core imaginative practice. Twice a day, once in the morning upon waking and once at night before you sleep, you will perform a specific imaginative act. Retreat into your mind for just a few minutes. Do not visualize piles of cash or luxury cars. Instead, construct a simple short scene which implies that you are already living in the state of wealth. Perhaps you imagine looking at your bank account and feeling a profound sense of peace and security. Perhaps you imagine a loved one congratulating you on your success. Or perhaps you simply imagine the overwhelming feeling of relief, the feeling of knowing that all financial pressures have vanished completely. Choose one short scene and loop it in your imagination. Feel the feeling that it would produce. Let that feeling of security, of freedom, of relief wash over you until it is the dominant sensation in your consciousness. Dwell in that feeling. That is your only creative work. That is the entire protocol, a commitment, a mental diet, and a daily imaginative act. Follow this for 7 days and observe what happens, not only in your world, but more importantly, within you. Now we must address the greatest challenge you will face during this 7-day experiment. Your reason will rebel. Your senses will scream at you. You will imagine the feeling of security at night, but in the morning, a bill will arrive in the mail. You will assume the feeling of abundance, but your bank account will show you a number that seems to mock your efforts. The word of Caesar, the word of so-called facts, will present you with evidence that contradicts your assumption. This is the test, and it is here that most people fail. You must understand this fundamental truth. The world you see with your eyes is not the living reality. It is a shadow. It is the past solidified. It is the echo of a former state of consciousness. You are trying to change the cause, and your senses are merely showing you the old effect. What do you do when a shadow appears? Do you fight it? Do you argue with it? Of course not. You know that to get rid of a shadow, you must simply turn toward the light. Your assumption of wealth, that is the light. The evidence of your senses, that is the shadow. So when doubt arises, when fear creeps in based on what you see or hear, your task is simple. You do not deny the bill is in your hand. You simply deny its supremacy. In your mind, you calmly turn away from it and return to your light. You return to the feeling, the knowing that I am wealthy, I am secure. You say to the evidence of your senses, you are old news. You are the shadow of a man I no longer am. Your only loyalty is to the reality within your imagination, to persist in your assumption in the face of all contrary evidence is the truest test of faith. It is the fire that hardens your assumption into fact. Do not be swayed by the shadow play of the world. Hold fast to your new identity, and the shadows must by law rearrange themselves to reflect the new light that you are casting. And so you complete your 7 days. What now? Do you look anxiously at your mail, waiting for a check? Do you check your bank account, expecting a miracle? To do so is to miss the entire point of the experiment. The purpose of these 7 days was not to magically produce cash in your hand. It was to perform a far greater alchemy. It was to transmute the very substance of your mind. The true prize is not the money. The true prize is the new you. It is the you that can walk through your day without the gnawing anxiety of lack. The you that no longer feels the cold grip of fear when a bill arrives. The you that knows with a quiet and unshakable certainty that you are the source of your own supply. This new self-concept, this new identity That is the treasure. Because once you have successfully installed this new feeling of self as your primary state of being, the things you desire, the money, the opportunities, the freedom must follow as surely as the sun must rise in the morning. They are secondary effects. They are the shadows cast by the new person you have become. Do not, therefore, abandon this practice after 7 days. Make it your way of life. Continue to live from this state of wealth, this state of ease. Make it your new home. The world is nothing more than yourself. Pushed out, change the self, and you have changed the world. I invite you to return here after your 7 days, not to report on a sum of money, but to share a far greater treasure. Share with us the change in your feeling, the shift in your perspective. Let this space be a living record of our collective transformation. And now let us go into the silence.